Greetings. Hello. I'm back at my home altar and I'm so happy to be here. I'm still unpacking. I got in last night. So I think I'm missing my bell. It's still packed. I have my shawl, I have my mala, and I've got mostly what I need. Good morning, Katie. Hi, Yvonne. Hi, Angelia. Hi there, Nathan. Welcome. Hello, YouTube. I don't always see who is there. I see that someone is there, but I don't always see who. So if you want to say hi, I'll give you a little shout out. Good morning, Marvell. It's so nice to be back at my home altar. I'm really excited to be back at my home shrine with Guanyin here and all of the other goddess altars. Like I said, got in last night. I flew in to San Jose on Monday, and then yesterday I had a bunch of things I needed to go do, and then in the kind of wider Bay Area, and then I hightailed it home. So I'm now here. Good morning, Natalie. Nice to see you. So I don't have my divination deck for Baba Yaga today. Unfortunately, that's one of the things that's still packed. Let me see if I have a different deck here somewhere. It doesn't look like it. I think we're just going to have to do her chant. But no, the divination is part of it. You know what? Let me go get one. I'll be right back. There's a there's a deck that I just got. Okay. I didn't get a copy of this deck when it first came out, and I sorely regretted it. And so when the reissue came out, I purchased this deck, The Wisdom of the Kellogg, by Jane Brideson. And the only way I know of to get it is to join the Wisdom of the Kellogg Facebook group and look for the post where she takes orders. So if you would like to get a copy of this absolutely beautiful deck, I strongly recommend. Look, we're going to unbox because I this just arrived while I was away. I ordered it back in May, but it ships from overseas, so it took a while to get here. So we're going to draw a card from this deck today. And this is, the Sacred Hags Oracle is the one that I've been using during this past few weeks with Baba Yaga, but it's possible that this will be the deck that will become Baba Yaga's Oracle next year, depending. Even though it's more of a Celtic inspired deck, the themes and messages are quite universal in a sense. So we'll chant in Baba Yaga. Hi, April. She will be reprinting in 2023. I really wanted it and just missed getting it before all gone. Same. Oh, thanks for the update. Good morning to April in Oregon. Sorry to hear that they're all gone, but they will reprint. So, get in that Facebook group and check it religiously because the art is beautiful. The themes are amazing. And I was in that same boat last year when I wanted one and I had to wait for the reprint, but super duper worth the wait. All right, so chanting in Baba Yaga. Crone mother, bone mother, healer, seer, witch, secret keeper, screech owl, mighty wolf bitch, Baba Yaga, bright dawn, Baba Yaga, red sun, Baba Yaga, midnight, Baba Yaga, black sky woman, keep me safe within your sight, keep me on the path of right. Oh, our card today is rest. Hi there, Red Fox. Hi, Bonsai. There's no place like home. It's so true. And what a great card, rest. Sleeping in my own bed last night was pretty spectacular, I have to say. Rest is card number 10. Our theme words are recuperation, patience, and retirement. Rest and refreshment. Withdraw from a situation. Patience and restraint are needed, so reserve your judgment. Resignation or retirement from work, a time to recover health and stability. Well, I must say, resignation or retirement from work, I don't know if that's going to be for anybody in my generation. I don't know if any of us are going to get to do that. Good thing that I read tarot cards. I've often said, even if I was, 95 years old and didn't know my own name, I would still be able to read tarot cards because it's so in me after 20 years now. And by then it would be much longer. And besides, reading tarot only gets better with age. Morning, Lisa Marguerite. Hi, nice to see you. So, rest. Our theme today, sacred rest. And with the heat the way that it's been, I know that in Europe it's terribly hot. All across the United States, it's terribly hot. I do want everyone to make sure that you rest and hydrate. Don't go out there and push yourself too much physically in this heat. It really can take a toll very quickly. The other thing is that each of us sometimes just needs to know when it's time to take a mental health day. And I was raised that, like if you're not sick, you've got to go to school, you've got to go to work, you've got to go and, do your diligence. But I have to say that was a different world than the one that we live in now. And now there are times when, good morning, Carrigan. Now there are times when what we really need is a mental health day. We might really need a time just to remember that we belong to ourselves primarily. I think that there's been a sort of a trend, at least in the United States, and those of you in other countries, you can let me know if it's there too. But um, at least in the United States, we have this sense that we belong to our jobs and that we have to work and have to make a certain amount of money to live our lives. And I really believe that the more of us who choose to self prioritize, who choose to self care, even if it means losing a day of work, even if it means losing a day of pay, and push back against the systems that are in place that are designed to keep us so afraid, then we can actually change those systems. But we're not going to change those systems by adhering to those systems. So when we are working ourselves to the bone so that we can pay for all the things, we are actually locking ourselves into a cycle that is more costly in the long run to us. So it might be more costly in terms of our physical health. It might be more costly in terms of our mental health. It's definitely more financially costly. I don't know about you, but during the pandemic, even though my husband wasn't working and our store had to be closed, and I was doing only readings and teaching my classes, which meant that like a full third of our whole overall picture was missing. Um, we were spending less money. We weren't going to as many places. We weren't buying as many things. We weren't using as much gas. There were a whole lot of things that happened during the pandemic lockdown that showed me that if I need to live on less, I can. And for those of you who have had a similar experience, I'd be interested in hearing about it. For those of you who feel like you're ready to shift your paradigm so that your physical and mental health are considered more important rather than less important to you, by expressing your creativity, taking more time off just for yourself, adjusting your work hours. I know some of the goddesses here, I won't name you, but you know who you are, have been working to negotiate different work hours, less days at work, because they know that for their mental health and their well being, they need it. So today, let's really think about what is one aspect of my day to day life that I could try to shift so that when I need more time for rest, I can go ahead and take it. And Astrid says, I love this because my work is affecting my mental health. So now I'm looking for a better place. Yes. Right now, also, I will say, even though there's talks of recession and there's beginnings of recession and all these other things, I honestly think that it is a laborer's market. Like, if you want to be picky and go out there, and especially if you're proficient and competent in a number of different job related tasks, you can actually write your own ticket for your job. You can actually get out there and look for a better job. There are so many places that are short on labor right now that I think you have to empower yourself by being like, okay, here are my terms. And eventually someone will say yes to those terms. And Natalie says, this card is speaking to me. I've been chronically late, and I think I need to get a mental health day to make sure to get some prayer time in for me. Yes. So let's do it. Whether you're self employed, whether you're employed by others, whether you have confidence in this or not, let's all decide today that we're going to find a way to give ourselves a mental health day, whether that's today or later this week. We're going to just go ahead and call in and take a day. And April says, if you don't value yourself first, others will not. Absolutely right. And they might not, even if you do, right? But you can set the tone. And when you set that tone for yourself and you find that employers are not valuing you, you know it's time to move on. And in this market, you can move on. Angelia says, this message really hit home with me. I'm so glad. Thank you for letting me know, Angelia. I hope everybody is going to have a good day. Oh, thank you. Lisa Marguerite says, welcome home. I hope you rest a bit today. A bit, I will. I have some readings later this afternoon, but other than that, I'm laying low, staying home, and unpacking today. So that's our short bit. If that's what you were here for, know your worth, and you are worth taking time for yourself. And Wisdom of the Keliach Oracle will be reprinted next year, next May, but you got to join the Facebook group. And if you don't have Facebook, you can email wisdomofthekeliach@gmail.com. And Keliach is Cailleach. And you can ask her how you could get one if you're not on Facebook. Because I know some folks are moving off of Facebook. All right. The one thing I do have is my shawl. I don't have my bell. I didn't have the other deck, but I do have my shawl and I do have my mala. Priestess Aisling restrung all of my broken malas while I was away because, as you know, I go through them a lot, doing mantra chanting every day. I do end up really using my malas hardcore, and so I had 3 that were broken, and she fixed them all, and I'm super duper grateful. Thanks, Margot. Margot says, welcome home. It's nice to be here. Hi, Loretta. Hi, Chesai. All right, let's get into it. 3 prostrations before the shrine. Before the shrine. The home shrine. I'm so glad to be here. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. We're holding Jessica, who is still going through a really hard time with her health after a surgery and dealing with chronic conditions. We are holding Martha, who fortunately is well, but had a bit of a tumble on the stairs on the London Underground and hit her head. And so her sister was really worried for her. So we're holding Martha, and that she will have complete, easy, speedy recovery. And we're holding anyone who is negatively impacted by the current patterns of heat in Europe, the Americas, and beyond. Anywhere that there is drought, anywhere that the heat has caused problems. Right here in Siskiyou County, Lake Siskiyou, a man-made lake, what tested for bacteria today that makes it unsafe. And so we are holding for the healing of those waters. And anything else that's important to you right now. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. We'll make our offerings. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guan Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guanxian Pusa, calling out to Guan Yin and asking her to be present and to show us the path to moments of nurturing compassion and rest. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, Namo Guanxin Pulsa, Namo Guanxin Pulsa, Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, 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 Namo Guanxin Pulsa. Namo Guanxin Pulsa, Namo Guanxin Pulsa, Namo Guanxin Pulsa, Namo Guanxin Pulsa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. 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 And our brief prayer to Yeshit Sogil. Ying Chudaki Somo Kachanza, Dusum Kunchempe Majunyeki, Sang So Dupo Chen Sogil Mar, Sol Wadeb So Chuktu Nudrup So. Mother of Space, foremost of Dakinis, Lady Karchanza, gatherer of the vast secret treasury of Padmakara, knower of all past, present, and future, Mother Sogil, great bliss queen, to you we pray, grant us cities, ordinary and supreme. Ying Chitaki Somo Karchanza, Dusum Kunchempe Majunyeki, Sangzo Dupo Dechen So Gelmar, So Wadeb So Chuktu Nudrup So. 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hung, calling out to Guanyin and asking her to please send rest, respite, and relief to all who need it. Om Mani Padme Hung, 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 Om Mani Padme Hung. Om Mani Padme Hung, 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 Om Mani Padme Hung. Om Mani Padme Hung, 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 Om Mani Padme Hung. Om Mani Padme Hung, 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 Om Mani Padme Hung. Om Mani Padme Hung, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshiwangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss Yeshiwangmo be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxian Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And whether it's today or another day this week, rest, rest, rest. Prioritize yourself. If you don't, no one else will. Be back tomorrow. Bye.